Hey everyone, thanks for joining our online session today. My name is Drew and I'm an Associate Education Strategist here at Hudl. Jumping into our agenda, first I'll give you an overview of Hudl Assist, what it is and how it benefits your team. Then we'll go over tips to record great video, because the better video you give our analysts, the better stats you'll get in return. Then we'll take a look at how Hudl Assist works, including how to submit your games to Assist. We'll dive into all the stats you get back from a Hudl Assist breakdown. Next, we'll chat about the reports provided with each breakdown completed by Assist. And finally, we'll wrap up today's session by going over some different support and online resources available to you and your team. You may be familiar with Hudl Assist, but in case anyone isn't, I want to give you a quick overview of what it is and how your team can use it this season. In the past, you may have been tagging games yourself on Hudl, or you may have been using an app to track them at the game, or maybe even pen and paper. All of those require manpower from your coaching staff, but now that you have Hudl Assist, we'll handle the stats and you can focus on coaching. With advanced stats and reports from our professional analyst, you'll have better data and more time to coach with it. When you send your games to Hudl Assist, the video and stats are linked, and tying data to video gives you the most information possible. Your players will improve faster when you can quickly pinpoint and review the plays that most contributed to a game's result. Plus, when you send your games to Assist, you get access to advanced interactive reports without lifting a finger. Hudl Assist compiles all the analysis into easy-to-navigate visuals. Now, let's go over how to get the best video possible. Use these tips to make sure you have the best vantage point, workflow, and accessories to record the clearest video. Hudl Focus users, these tips still apply to you. Even though you have a smart camera to record your home games, you'll need to record away games with a camera or iPad unless you exchange film with your opponents. Let's start by talking about the setup. When you're setting up, make sure you're choosing a good vantage point. You want to capture the entire court and all the players, but avoid zooming in and out. Zooming in and out can lose the flow of the game, and being set up too close to the court means potentially missing part of the action. That good vantage point is important to keep issues at bay. Lastly, make sure you limit potential obstructions like fans or equipment so you're not missing any of the action. Take quick scoreboard shots throughout the game, especially at the end of each set. You can also try to include the scoreboard in your shot to make it easier to follow along. This will help our analysts as they tag and as you review your film. You'll want to know why the whistle blew, so be sure to catch referee signals and jersey numbers for tagging purposes. If you're using a camera to record, set it to record in high definition to get the best quality film. Check to make sure your camera is set to record in 720p or 1080p. To keep up with the flow of the game and catch all substitutions, only pause between quarters or at halftime. Even if there is a call in question or a timeout, you will want to keep recording so our team can catch the outcome and tag it correctly. Last but not least, be sure to record with audio. It'll help as you're watching the video playback. Next, let's go over how Hudl Assist works, including how to send games to Hudl Assist and how you know when your games are done being broken down. So here's a look at how the process works. First, you'll submit your game to us, we'll break it down, and it'll be ready within 12 to 24 hours depending on your package. To get started, head to your Hudl library and hover over the video you would like to send to Assist. From there, check the circle in the top left corner of the video thumbnail. This blue banner will now be available and you will click Send to Hudl Assist. Now you will be taken to your Assist submission. Here, you'll enter some video details that'll help us break down your video. First, choose whether it's a game or scout film. Then, make sure it's tied to a schedule entry. Next, select the game was broken down by halves or quarters. And finally, enter the jersey colors for both teams so we know who is who. Next, you'll enter in the final score of the game. Then, we'll need you to select who on your team played in this game. To do this, click the drop-down and select each athlete one by one or click All Roster. If you can't see someone who played, click Add or Update Players to visit your roster page and update it. Having accurate jersey numbers when you submit your game to Hudl Assist is extremely important to get quality stats back. If a player had to wear a jersey number different than what's on your roster, just let us know by clicking Edit Jerseys. If the team you played against has Hudl, their jersey numbers will also populate to the right for you. If they don't have Hudl, you can add their numbers manually if you want our analysts to track player stats for their team too. Finally, enter any notes that might help our analysts break down your game better. For example, if number 12's jersey is hard to read, give us a physical description of them. Something like number 12 is wearing black socks with a gray stripe, or putting a note that they have a knee brace is very helpful. When all the video details are entered, click the blue Send to Hudl Assist button on the right to send your game off to our analyst. It'll turn green once you've sent it, and you'll get a message on the screen letting you know it's been sent successfully. Once our analysts are done breaking down your film, all administrators on your account will receive this email. It'll let you know the stats are done and ready for review, but it'll also let you know of any issues that came up during the breakdown. For example, if a play was ended early on camera and we couldn't see the final result, we'll leave a note there for you. Although it doesn't happen often, sometimes our analysts have to reject games. Here are some examples of when they might reject them. If you submit a game that is incomplete, for example, if you recorded and uploaded the two halves separately. If this happens, our support team can combine the videos into one game video so you can submit it. Another example is if video is too blurry and they can't tell what's going on. If your game does get rejected, you'll see a message like the yellow one at the top of your Hudl library letting you know your next steps. All team administrators will also receive an email from the analyst letting you know the reason for rejection. In your library, you can tell a game has tags by looking for the tag icon on the video thumbnail. After a game is broken down by assist, you'll see tags underneath the video player. The tags are essentially marking each stat when they occurred in the video. If you ever need to edit a tag, right-click on the tag you want to edit and you will see the tagging window open. Any updates made to these tags will be reflected in your stat reports and highlights. You'll also notice a new tags column on the right-hand side of your screen. Here, you can use filters to find specific moments you're looking for. Now that you know how to send your games to Hudl Assist, let's go over the stats you get back and how our analysts tag your games. Here's a look at all the stats we track. You'll see everything from traditional information, such as field goal percentage, all the way down to advanced information, such as lineup efficiency and your plus-minus. When you send games to Hudl Assist, you get automatically generated reports based on your tags. Analyzing your stats using the reports page can help you find game-changing insights that you might not have picked out if you were just watching the video back. To access the reports you get back from Hudl Assist, click on the Reports tab. The 6 reports you get back are stats, shot chart, box score, scouting, trends, and goals. You can use the different filters on the left to find exactly what you're looking for. Either look at your team's reports or you can scout a different team. Click View Other Teams to select which game or games you'd like to show in the report. Use the Group By filters to see stats by overall, game, athlete, or lineup. Choose whether you'd like to see averages or totals. And lastly, view which athlete or athletes you'd like to see in the report. There are a lot of stats here, so if you're ever wondering what a stat means or how it's calculated, just hover over the header. One final feature with these reports is that anytime you see a blue number or an underlined number, this means it's linked directly to video. So those are powerful tools for you to really dive into a specific subset of video or to save a playlist to share with your players. In this example, I clicked 14 field goal makes and it took me to the video to see these 14 instances. The first report we'll discuss is the stats report. This provides a deep look at a single game or multiple games across a season. Next up is the shot chart. In this report, you can visually see where your players are shooting from and how effective they are from these spots. This report is also interactive, so click on any zone to load up a video playlist to watch those shots. Then we have the box score report. This is a snapshot of a single game, so you can see at a high level how your team did. Just select which game you want to focus on by clicking View Other Games. Then we have the scouting report. You probably already do some kind of scouting report on your opponents, so now you can pull all your notes in Hudl and keep everything in one spot. Select a team from the filters on the left-hand side and see a high-level overview of their stats if you have their games broken down. Then we have the trends report. This is a great way to see how your team is doing or improving over the course of the season. Just use the drop-down on the left to choose which stat you'd like to focus on. You can also see your stats below compared to your opponents and the difference between the two. Last, we'll talk about the goals report. You probably already set and track your goals somehow, so let your Hudl Assist stats do the tracking for you. Let's look at the first goal as an example. Our assists are greater than 5. Once you set a goal, your stats from Hudl Assist will update this page. If there isn't a checkmark, that means you didn't meet your goal for that game. If there is a checkmark, that means you met or exceeded this goal. You can set goals for your opponents too, so it can be things like our opponent's defense rebounding percentage is less than ours, so you can track how well your team is rebounding on offense. Again, you probably already have goals set for your team, but when you set goals based on stats, all the work is done for you. All you need to do is come to this page to review them with your team. I know we've learned a lot today, but don't worry, we're always here to help. Before we go, I want to make sure I leave you with some support resources we have to make sure you're always up and running. To get help directly from your Hudl account, click the box in the bottom right-hand corner. Search for whatever question you have regarding Hudl, and you'll instantly be given the tutorial you need. To learn anything about Hudl, or if you need a reminder on how to do something, you can go to hudl.com/support to find our tutorials, how-to videos, and quick start guides. I also want to make sure you know about our Training with Hudl YouTube channel. To find our channel, go to YouTube and search Training with Hudl. Be sure to subscribe to our channel to get access to our how-to videos and video walkthroughs. By subscribing to this channel, you'll be notified anytime we release a new video.